everyone, I'm Mindy, and today I thought of making an update for my channel. What's gonna happen from now on, and I wanted to open up and share where I'm at. So, it is now October 2021, and I started this YouTube channel on April 2020, so that's already something like 18 months or a year and a half that I've been making videos. And I started off by making videos about Myers-Briggs. Next to Myers-Briggs, I launched a few other videos on self-development, other subjects like highly sensitivity, how to connect with your purpose, how to, well, you look into my playlist and you will find out also about alcohol-free, but my main focus has been the personality types, Myers-Briggs type indicator. And I am sure I have about 100 videos on ENFPs, INTJs, INTPs, and name it. And I found myself about a month and a half ago, something like that, found myself that I didn't want to do this anymore. I knew this could happen to me because these kind of things tend to happen to me, that my interest changes. Or I ask myself sometimes, is it that I don't know how to listen well to myself? So I don't know the real answer. But on and on, I start things, and as I said on my channel, for many ENFPs it's a struggle, right? And then it's not easy for me to follow up, but it's not because I'm lazy or because I cannot do it, but because my interests change. So maybe this video is also going to be something recognizable for many ENFPs or any personality type or any person who has this change in their heart. But first of all, I feel that it was never my intention to create Minimalists as a channel for Myers-Briggs. And now, 1.5 years after I embarked myself on making weekly videos 2 times per week, most of the weeks I've been posting 2 times per week, I noticed that this feeling from inside starts just like kicking harder, saying like, is this really what you want to do with your time? You know, there is a lot that goes involved here, resources as well. I have invested in camera now, microphones and all of those things. Is this really what you want to do? And so when that day came that I was going to make a new batch of videos, because I normally batch myself on videos and then I would make 4 or 5 videos and I'm covered for the coming weeks, I couldn't do it. I had a list of things, like I even explain in all the videos what my creative process is as an ENFP. You can watch that video after. I'm gonna link anything I mentioned during this video, I'm gonna link it down below. So I always had a lot of ideas, and even though the ideas were written down there, I couldn't come up with, developing the ideas in front of the camera, or not even, because I didn't even turn on the camera. But I take a subject and then I start breaking it down into 4 bullet points, and then I just start talking to the camera, but I couldn't do that. As an emotional person that I am, I felt very disappointed on myself. I felt that I reached again another point where I start something that I later on realized that I don't want to do it anymore. So I went harsh on myself, and yeah, I had a bit of a low time. For this reason and other reasons, I've been facing depression on and off during this period, but right now I'm well again. And that's something that you couldn't see on my channel. Yes, I have been posting on and off little things here and there on Instagram, but this is the first time I really go open and share this, because for me it's important for you to know where I'm at. And what I wanted to do with this channel when I started it was two things actually. One was to share the tools that help me to improve my life, how I live my life, how I feel in life. And yes, Myers-Briggs was one of those things at that moment when I started the channel, but it's not it anymore. I am not investing a lot of time on reading or researching more about the cognitive functions, Carl Jung. I am not doing that anymore, and the reflection of that is that I cannot come up with easily with new videos. And the reason number two why I started this channel is because I wanted to explore my creativity as a very creative, highly creative and curious person that I am. I haven't talked that much about myself, but I have been working on photography for the past, how long it has been? Well, I've been doing photography since 2016, so 5 years. But then I took it in a more serious level from 2018 and on. I have held my own exhibitions. I have partnered up with institutions. We have done projects together, and I still work with other organizations to make photos, interviews, and that is a part of my work. So I consider myself a visual creative person. You can even call it artist, although I normally don't use that name for myself, but I think somehow that's who I am at my core, right? I write, I take photos, now I'm taking videos, I'm making videos, but I feel with this channel that I am not growing as a person if I keep it as it is. As harsh as it sounds, it's not helping me to grow. So I thought for a few weeks, and you have not noticed it because I've been posting still content. So you would say what is he talking about? Well, I had content prepared before, and then while I was having all of these doubts, I was examining, how do you say that? Well, thinking of how I was going to move forward. During that time when I let go of the push that I had to make videos on personality types, I came up with a few ideas that I made videos, like INTP videos. Those were the last videos I recorded, and the video about ENFP and fitness. And then I recorded other videos about how to lose the fear of speaking to the camera, and all of those videos that you see on my channel outside the Myers-Briggs type indicator MBTI are videos where actually I put my heart, this is what I want to be communicating, right? But after having had this dark couple of weeks, or weeks in general, I let go, and I thought that I just want to stop doing altogether this channel. And then I went on to talk to friends and to family and to tell them where I was at, and they all told me but if you want to explore this creativity of yours and make other type of videos, why don't you start up a new channel? And I went on and I created a new channel so I could post over there, but that didn't feel right at the same time. So that's why I said it's been a month and a half, because I've been on and off going, thinking of all of the possibilities and probabilities, and not only thinking but also doing. I started filming my new kind of videos where I share, as I said, tools to live a better life, but then I incorporate more the arts in it, proper storytelling, and I started I even call a friend and say, help me, I want to do this, help me with the camera because I cannot do this by myself, what I have in mind. So I've been working on 2 videos at the same time, well, not at the same time, but almost, that I thought I'm going to launch on that new channel. But then last week came in and I realized that I don't want to have a second channel, and that it doesn't make sense to do that because I also don't feel like making more content here about Myers-Briggs. And that would be the only one reason why I would keep two separate channels. So the answer is I'm going to put that content here, which means after all of this introduction that I am not quitting on YouTube, but I am changing, and my channel is changing since my channel is an expression of me. I have had like a very hard time making this decision, and when I say a very hard time, trust me, I'm very emotional, and I feel like when I have an indecision or a problem, I feel drowned, and I feel like I cannot think or move or do anything else. It was really, really hard. Also because I have put a lot of hours of work into this channel. In this year and a half, I have published more than 100 videos, I think 100 and something, 9 or something videos that I have created. So I know that there is a lot of work and that I put my heart in it, but I also know that I don't want to quit YouTube. It's not that I want to stop making videos, because I realize that this is something where I find I get a lot of gratification. I feel fulfilled from it. Yet, if I push myself to stay in a box and to only talk about personality types, I am pushing myself to do something that doesn't feel in line with me. When I started this channel, one of the reasons why I started this channel was also because I felt for many years that I wanted to do it, and I owed it to myself. I was so scared of what the rest was going to think, and I talk about that on my video about losing the fear to speaking to the camera. I'm also going to quote it below if you want to watch after. And I wanted to, I had, when I started the channel 2 years prior, have another video where I talk about my journey on like quitting my office job and going to start up my own projects and freelancing and on like my own entrepreneur life. And it has not been easy, and it's not easy to today. But I feel that if I want to take YouTube also seriously and I want it to grow, I have to do it in a very sustainable way and in a way that is aligned with my principles. And my principles is to live a creative life, to be of service for others. And if I am not like putting my heart into what I'm communicating to you, you're probably not going to feel it either. I know that this decision might mean that some of you might not want to watch my channel anymore because you're here for personality types. And I would respect that. Still, I think every video that I am going to create will come from the point of view perspective of an ENFP. And that's not going to change. So if you're interested in seeing the world of an ENFP and to get some motivation from an ENFP, then you should consider to keep watching my channel. I appreciate very much every one of you. Today that I'm filming this video, I'm at 2,700 subscribers, and I know that's 2,700 people that are tuning in with my channel that have decided to subscribe, and for me that means the world. There are channels with a lot more people in there or channels with less people in there, but for me every single one of you counts. For me it's important. So that's why I want to give you the best of me, and that comes right now in another different format. Whew. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I know why I felt like I was gonna give my parents a bad news or something when I was at school or something like that. I am letting myself, flow with my creativity. When I made this channel, I wanted to also make videos about how to find a purpose, for instance, and that's my own journey, how to find my own purpose. And I feel that as long as I do something that makes me feel fulfilled in like a daily basis, I am fulfilling also my calling and my purpose. It feels just right to do. And at the moment that it doesn't feel right, and I know that I'm going through the wrong direction, that I'm stagnating myself, because really you need to go through a direction up to a certain point, and then you need to switch, because that's where your path is going, you see. So I talk about all of these things on some of my videos here on my Instagram, and I need to live up to that, what I talk about. Like, I need to embody, and I need to live up to that. So I feel that that's just the right move. Probably you're not going to see 2 videos each week, because producing these videos take more time than making just a video where I sit and talk to the camera like I do right now. The other videos require more like me like taking different or sometimes moving location, or I don't know, like you will see. But that means that I am going to try to produce the best quality I can, and like in the time that I can. So yeah, we will experiment with that as well. Also, another thing that I want to keep doing on this channel is to have interviews, to feature people and to have conversations, like deep and raw conversations. So apart from talking about motivation and inspiration and these actually 2 things I just mentioned, I am making some videos in a format that I write things, like I script it, but it's like my writing, my poetry, my creation, and then I put an image in it. So apart from this kind of video, I also I'm going to invite people, and we're going to talk about things related to culture and to like interesting things that can also be of help for you all. Because what I want, again, with all that I share in this channel, is to help you navigate life. Sometimes that can be like in the aspects of your fitness, sometimes that can be in your mental health, sometimes that can be like moving on with a relationship, but it's like tools for growth. Yeah, and I don't want to say also either that I am never ever again going to make a video on Myers-Briggs, but that's not my focus right now. And if it comes at some point that I decide to make a new video on personality types, or that I feel that I want to take that direction again, I don't know, you will know and you will see. But currently that's where I'm at. Follow me on Instagram. There you see more of my day-to-day stuff, sometimes what I think, small doses of inspirations here and there, fitness content, all of the things where I'm interested in. So go in and follow me over there so you get more of my content. Thank you for watching. Leave in the comments below what you think of this video. I always care about what you think. Yeah. Oh my god, I have my coffee and I forgot to drink it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.